My favorite snack food, I guess I'd have to say, was cheese. I'd love to get up in the morning and eat a green olive. First thing. One of my favorite expressions is life is change. I had a dog named Schroeder that I adored, a Boston Terrier. Schroeder left this planet years ago, and I still have dreams about him. And I kind of wake up and I'm really happy in the morning, and then I realize, no, that was just a dream. Schroeder's not around anymore. My favorite movie line comes from the end of The Heiress. Bolt the door, Mariah. My favorite dessert is, I would have to say, is pound cake. I would like my bobblehead doll better if it looked more like me. Well, I've got a lot of really good friends, and friends from kind of different businesses and different worlds, and they all kind of know each other and like each other, and it's great to be around them. I have a lot of really close friends, and that's what makes life really worth living.
Well, you and I have something very distinctive in common. We both have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Pretty exciting.
Yeah. Tell me
well,
about
I was stunned about that. I was stunned that that happened, but it was so much fun. And what was great for me was it's right in front of the now Montalban Theater that used to be the Huntington Hartford Theater, and that's where I met Betty Davis for the first time when Lucille Ball took me to see World of Carl Sandburg, and Vivian Leigh and Duel of Angels when it was a legit house. And also that meant a lot to me. It was the home of the old Lux Radio Theater that I, as a kid in Colfax, Washington, used to lay in front of the radio every Monday night and hear these movie recreations on radio hosted by Cecil B. DeMille, and they all came from that theater. And also, one of the plays that I did was a pre-Broadway tryout of a play that never went to Broadway by Patty Chayefsky called The Latent Heterosexual, with Zero Mostel and Burgess Meredith directing, that I was in when that was a legit house. So to get my star and have it in front of that theater particularly was a great thrill for me.
Indeed, I feel very lucky. I feel lucky for the job I have. I'm so proud of Turner Classic Movies. I think it's such a classy place to be and to work, and I love what they do, and I love the enthusiasm of people when they come up to me and say how much they enjoy the channel. I feel very lucky about that, very grateful about that. Most of all, I feel so lucky and so blessed to have all of these people as my friends and have them here today. This is just terrific. And the one thing I want to do, though, I want to apologize to everybody who's here who came thinking that Ozzy Osborne was going to get his star. Sorry. Anyway, thank you so much.
I'm going to say, and this is a bit of a kind of a hackneyed thing to do, but I'm going to say a word.
Okay.
Like I'll say something like drama, and you tell me, you name a movie that to you defines drama.
Okay.
And we'll do comedy and adventure films. So drama, what's a drama when you think of dramatic films? What's a drama that
A Place in the Sun.
A Place in the Sun. Great film. And all of those films that are great films, everybody's going to do their part.
But you know, that's the magic of the movies, because the way movies are made, these sections of time spliced together, running through a machine, can have an effect on people that you're talking about it all these years later.
Sure.
Place in the Sun 51, that it's still affecting people emotionally everywhere. That's the miracle of the movies, that could last. You get A Place in the Sun, all the three people, Shelley Winters, Montgomery Clift, Elizabeth Taylor, are all gone, and yet they're still alive on film. Another miracle of the movies. So why wouldn't one be knocked out by movies and what they do?
So comedy.
Well, I have a couple. One is an older one, Libel Lady, which I think is just a classic comedy with Spencer Tracy, Jean Harlow, Myrna Loy, and William Powell, who are all consummate artists. And also This is Spinal Tap. I'd have to say, that's a newer one, but I think that's a really hilarious comedy. Witty.
Right.
My problem with comedies today is the fact that they don't have much wit to them. Yeah. They're all slapstick and
scatological.
And broad humor.
Okay, so adventure film.
Adventures of Robin Hood. I love that. Great entertainment. I love the color. I love the swashbuckling. I love the Errol Flynn, Olu de Havilland, the camaraderie of the guys in the forest, just the adventure of it.
Leading man.
William Holden.
I would have picked
Yes,
that.
yes. Something else in common.
I would have picked the same
I don't think there's
thing.
any role almost in the movies that William Holden couldn't have done better.
Anything. He could do anything.
Yeah, and he was
so
never,
undervalued.
even as a young guy, he never had a dishonest moment.
Yeah.
Every line reading was an honest moment.
You go from Sunset Boulevard to Stalag 17 to Bridge
Right.
in the Room. He could do historical
To Wild
drama.
Bunch, to whatever.
Wild Bunch, you name it. Leading lady.
Gene Tierney.
Uh-huh.
I just loved her looks. I just thought in Laura and Leave Her to Heaven and Razor's Edge.
I would probably say Elizabeth Taylor.
I can't wait till we do the Essentials again sometime, and we can argue about Elizabeth Taylor.
How so?
Well, we just have a long argument ahead.
We do.
Yeah.
You have a 50-50 opinion of Elizabeth Taylor.
I do have a.
You do.
Yes, so we can talk about that like Mutiny on the Bounty, 1962.
Why don't we start shooting that now? The Essentials now. We have a crew. We have
I
tape.
can't wait.
We got a director.
I
We got
can't
lights. We got a set.
I must say, I mean, so thoroughly enjoyed our
How
3 years.
dare you speak poorly of Elizabeth Taylor?
No, I'm not speaking poorly because remember, Place in the Sun is my favorite.
Sure. Cat on the Tin Roof.
But I can't tell you how much I enjoyed those 3 years of doing the Essentials with you.
Yeah.
And arguing with you.
We rolling?
Yeah, we are.
Can I start?
Of course you can.
May I? Do you mind?
Not at all. I was gonna actually be complimentary towards you, but cut me off.
No, please go ahead.
No.
Oh, I wouldn't dream of cutting you off.
You probably are totally right on that. But
Thank you. Write that down. Did I get to know Kelly?
But the way you travel.
Oh, yeah, Gene and I, and Liz Taylor. We'd all go on David Niven's boat in Monaco together.
But you travel.
Who the hell do you think I am? I'm
around.
from Massapequa. So you've won me over.
Oh, good.
I agree
Well,
with you
thanks.
that Cat People is an essential. Do you agree with me now that Mutiny on the Bounty 62 is an essential?
No.
Okay.
but
No, we're done.
But I'll go for the next one. I was
Then let's
certainly
start
will agree
the
with you, I'm sure.
What do you think your life would have been like without TCM and without the movies?
That's a good question. I have no idea. I've never thought about that. It just all worked out so beautifully for me, and I thank God for that every day. I feel so lucky that it did, because I think it's really unusual that starting out with no show business background at all or anything about the entertainment business in Colfax, Washington, to end up in New York City being able to do this on a scale that TCM has become that is just like a miracle to me. So I have no idea what I'd be doing, except I always knew, or at least fantasized, that, as I said when I was watching that movie with Kay Thompson up by the screen, that I was always going to be around those kind of people in that kind of a situation.
But that's what I think about when I think of you. When you tell your story, what becomes vividly clear to me about you when we do this kind of conversation about your life and your career, I open up with the question saying, what was the most important thing, luck, charm, or talent? And obviously, it's all three. When you talk about what you do, you talk a lot about luck and being in a very fortuitous place at the right time. But the interesting thing to me was what you are as somebody who, everywhere you went, people were so enamored of you and your style and your wit and your grace and just who you are as a person. I mean, you couldn't become who you've become on the show without all this abundance of all these great qualities you have. And everywhere you've gone, you've been invited as the guest to the head table. You're in the screening room and you're in with this crowd, and then you're at the table and you're kissing Betty Davis's hand. And everywhere you go, you are the guest until now you've become who you are, which is you're the guest of honor. And the great role that you serve for people, for generations of people, young and old, is to turn on TCM and you're saying, this is a movie you ought to know. Because when people want to understand what is great cinema and what are great movies, they need a resource. They need somewhere to go, to someone who knows what they're talking about, who knows the history. And you are that person.
Well, I'm honored to be able to do it.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Honored to have you here.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
My wonderful adopted godfather, I can't tell you what you mean to me. You've brought my family to me.
Robert, I've only known you as an occasional friend. But for what I've learned during these years, I'm truly grateful. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Robert. I love you.
I am so happy to be sitting here, being able to express my gratitude for you as my friend, as a teacher, as somebody that makes my life better.
I love you, Robert Osborne. I love what you do every day. I treasure your friendship. I treasure your talent. And I wish you another 20 years on TCM. I wouldn't know what to do without you. Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Robert, you've been with TCM 20 years. Amazing. Think of the millions of people you have made happy.
Your intelligence and your way of looking at film and art is unique, and I'm grateful for that.
I'm so happy that you're doing what you're doing. You're a gift to me, you're a gift to us all.
And as I've always said, I love my husband first, and I love you second.
Robert, my good friend, I appreciate our friendship more than I can say, and I congratulate you on your journey for the last 20 years with TCM.
You are a very special person, and you'll always be part of my family, part of my heart, and part of my mind, at least once a day.
And we're just so proud of you. I'm so happy for you. And I can't really think of it. You know how happy we all are about you, for you, with you. And long may you be the educator that you have become of everything in the film world.
Well, Robert, I'm so proud to be here, and I'm so proud of our friendship. And I think you're one of the most wonderful people that I've ever known, and we've been friends for many, many, many years. And if there's anything you ever need in your lifetime, or need, you just let me know, because I'll be there in a second. I love you.
I love the way you smile. I love your humor. I love your intelligence. And I enjoy being with you, Robert. I love being with you, Robert.
Robert, we feel truly blessed to have you in our lives. You're our best man.
You're our best friend. We love you, Pop.